morning at 6 a.m. I grew up in a strange time, but even worse, I grew up in a different home environment. We were different, and I was different. There was no cussing in my house. There was no drinking in our house. There was not just any old kind of music allowed in our house. I told y'all, you laughed at me about what happened with my song Cherry Pie that I bought with my money. When my mother heard Cherry Pie, Rudy, that second verse, first verse was all right. Cherry, cherry pie, ooh, so good. But when she heard give me some, she came and broke my record. And I got on punishment for a month when my sister ran back and told that our singing group had sung at her school, Work With Me, Annie. Ah-ooh, ah-ooh. Work With Me, Annie. And then after my grandparents moved in us when I was in the 7th grade, we couldn't even play pinochle in the house anymore. Card playing was a sin. I never heard of bid whist till I got to college. Pinochle was the game in Philadelphia. Spades, I was out of the service and moved to Chicago before I heard of spades. I thought spades were people. We played old maid, fish, checkers, and Chinese checkers. Those were the family games. Monopoly, when we got a little older. And something we engaged in called conversation. We had to talk to one another in my parents' house. We were different, and I was different. I got good grades. Different. C was not an option. Anything below C, I better be looking for someplace else to live. My grandparents on my mama's side went to Virginia Union University in the 1800s, right after they overturned the law which had forbid the teaching of blacks to read. It wasn't even Virginia Union back then. It was Hartshorne College and Wayland Seminary. They went to school in the 1800s, and if you think they went through all of that to have you with a mediocre, that'll-do, laid-back attitude toward education, my mama used to say, you got another thing coming. We were different. I was different. And church was not an option. Church was never an option. And I don't mean which service are you going to. You go into all the services all day long. 9:30 a.m. Sunday school, 11 o'clock worship service, 3 o'clock afternoon service, 5 o'clock BYPU, then BTU, and 7 o'clock evening service. Plus, you don't take off your shirt and tie anytime on Sunday. The family eats together. Not only on Sunday, but every day the good Lord sends at the same time too, buddy. Don't be late. I never realized it was natural. I just got so used to seeing it that it never dawned on me until my father's funeral, and the chairman of the deacon board was saying during his remarks that my father never came to the dinner table without a shirt and tie on. If he had been working around the house, working in the yard, getting cleaned up for dinner, putting on a shirt and tie. Even when he cooked the meal, and he cooked every day, after getting the meal prepared, he'd go to the washroom, freshen up, then go to his bedroom, get dressed up, come to the table, dinner table with a shirt and tie. We were different. I was raised different. The Bible was read every day in the house. The upper room devotional was read before the day's work began. Word before work. Praying before playing. Spring, summer, fall, and winter. The rules did not change, and the routine did not change. The Lord's name was held in reverence. The Lord's day was held in reverence. The Lord's house was held in reverence. And the Lord's word was taken seriously. Saturday night baths, stocking caps to keep your naps tight. Homework and housework, doing dishes, sweeping the floor, sweeping the porch, sweeping the front steps, and sweeping the sidewalk in front of the house. I never did understand why we were sweeping the sidewalk, because your neighbor's dirt was going to blow right back over. The routine did not change and the rules did not change. We were different and I was different. Taking piano lessons and trombone lessons. My partners teased me about being gay. Don't no real boy play the piano. Now this is 1949, 1951, 1955. We were different. I was different. Did you get some yet? No, he ain't got none because he don't want to go to hell. And God will send you to hell if you get some before you marry. Look at them pimples on his face. He ain't getting none. I was tired of being different. I was tired of being laughed at, Otis. I was tired of being talked about, a preacher's kid. I was tired of being made fun of by my partners. I wanted to be like everybody else. So I took my paper route money. I was a paper boy, y'all. I used to deliver papers every day. Took my hard-earned paper boy money. And when I went to the barber shop, the barber said, the usual? I said, no, give me a conch. Now, I know my young people, y'all don't understand that, Kamari. I'm talking a whole strange language. I understand. They don't understand that. It's a foreign concept, just as foreign as a TV that goes off all by itself at night. And not on a timer either. Let me help you young people. A conch is short for concholine. Let me hear y'all say concholine. Concholine. Concholine was a chemical black men put in their hair back in the day so it would look fried, dyed, and laid to the side. Women had straightening combs heated up in my day in the kitchen on the kitchen stove with great care taken not to burn the neck while working in the kitchen. Women had straightening combs, but men, we had concholine. Sugar Ray Robinson wore his hair in a conch. This is long before them relaxers and teasers and Al Sharpton look. Listen on. This is conch. Nat King Cole wore his hair in a conch. Several groups that sang doo-wops wore their hair in conch. I was in the singing group. I wanted to be like everybody else, so I got my did up with a conch. That stuff burned. But I was going to be bad. Bad like Sugar Ray. Bad like Nat King Cole. They try to tell us we're too young.